think this is the beginning of a problem. I'm starting to become a habitual 90s car buyer and collector. Why? I have no idea. I cannot resist. I have an Eagle Talon. And here's my latest purchase, another 97 Eagle Talon. But when I find a cool car, or at least something that I think is cool, that is rare and of my generation, I can't help but buy it. And then it kind of just sits and I don't drive it. And here's my latest pickup. So last week I bought this 1997 Eagle Talon TSI, but not just any Eagle Talon TSI, 16 valve, dual overhead cam, turbo, TSI all-wheel drive. This car, I haven't seen one since I was in high school. I could not pass it up, and I'm hoping I keep it. Now, it has cloth and it's an automatic. Womp, womp, womp. But it still smells like mothballs, and it was owned by literally an old lady. I hate to say that. She's a super nice, probably 60-year-old, so old in relative terms. This car is so nice, but it can be perfect. And in today's video, we're taking it to the detail shop to go through the entire thing to make this car a brand new 1997 Eagle Talon TSI. Let's get that. Now this car is really, really nice. I mean, the paint's great on it. The headlights are in good shape. You can see there's like a little bit of a cloudiness on the headlights and like some slight scratches and stuff on the body. And then I think I saw like the wheels could be cleaned up a little bit better. And then it's been sitting outside since I purchased it, so it's a little dirty. Today I'm taking it to Uber Reflections in Hampstead for them to go through it. And then from there, we're gonna bring it back to my shop so I can fix the exhaust leak and really make this thing perfect. Now the only spot I've really noticed is this right here, which I can take care of at my shop. And then it smells like mothballs, and it just needs like a really good once over from them. See, the seats have some schmutz on it. So I'm relying on them to bring this car back to its best life. Hey, how you doing? How are you?
How are you?
This truck looks incredible. Hey, a Honda 2000, 100 grand under the hood.
Yeah.
I got another one for you if you can squeeze me in. Can I show it to you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So this is my new pickup. This is a 1997 Eagle Talon TSI Turbo. I got it from the original owner, and I want it as nice as you can make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna leave you to it.
Sweet.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You got it.
All right, here we go. Day later, let's check out the Eagle Talon TSI. It looks as good as I had hoped it would look. The paint looks amazing. Wow, even you got all the black back.
Yeah, it was pretty faded. You should have seen the pads we were using, one pass, and they were just...
Really?
Yeah, they're just removing all the dead plastic.
So when you say that, like what were you doing to bring, what pads?
Just orange cutting pads and a polish.
Oh,
and it's basically
okay.
just exfoliating all the dead plastic off there.
Spoiler too. Oh my goodness. And is it the same for the fire orange? Same process?
Yeah.
Just cutting pads and then a polish? The wheels are perfect. Near perfect at least. Oh my goodness, this color is so nice.
Guns like this anymore. It's heavy.
Oh, I'm so pumped about this. Thank
I
you
didn't
very
realize they're the Evo motor in this.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Evo prior to the Evo. Today's the day that we finished the Eagle Talon TSI. I love this car, but I bought it a month and a half ago and I've been consumed by this Escalade, the Prelude, like everything, all the projects just keep getting in the way. I've been trying to clean the garage. Plus I'm here like kind of on my own the past few weeks. So today's the day we're gonna actually finish this Eagle Talon TSI and get it just complete. And then do I keep it? Do I sell it? What do I do? I mean, I'll never come across another one in this condition ever again. So here's what we're gonna do first. This spot is really, really bugging me. So we're gonna try to clean it up. Now I have a DA sander, dual action sander. We're gonna sand it smooth first, then we're gonna prime it, and we're gonna paint it. Now this is a custom can. You can't get a duplicate color in this color. It's too rare, they don't make them. But you can go to your parts store like a Napa, Sanel's, like a privately owned parts store, not like an AutoZone and Pep Boys, and have the code on the car custom matched
to the can. Let me show you what I mean by the code. Now there's a paint code on most doors. You'll see here, it's usually right around here, could be in the glove box, under the hood, or in the trunk. It's a paint code, and you can Google your location of your car, and with that paint code, you can give it to the parts store and have them make like an actual can of paint or a spray paint can, depending on where the location is. Like this is just a small area, a spray paint can is completely fine. All right, now you'll see what it looks like. And somebody had touched this up with some like actual touch-up paint. So there was some hardened paint. Now it is completely smooth. I can prime it and then we can paint it with our color match paint. And while we're at it, like I might touch up some other areas like this. While we wait for the primer to dry, I'm gonna replace both of these prop rods for the trunk because both are starting to sag. This trunk is really, really heavy when there's no support. So we're gonna replace them with both of these. I got them online, had them ordered directly to me because my parts store couldn't get them anymore for an Eagle Talon. The other area these paints are good for, like I said, you want to use them in low areas, is like down here behind the wheels because these tires will kick up some rocks and then you'll see bye-bye scuffs. And it's such a low inconspicuous area, nobody's ever gonna notice, and look at how much better it looks now. And you'll see there's a small spot that needs to be touched up right here. I'm not gonna go spray a panel with spray paint. It is going to be very noticeable. It'll ruin the paint, so make sure you don't spray paint your car. Lower areas, inconspicuous areas are fine. What I'm gonna do is take this paint, spray a little bit in the cap. I have my paintbrush, and I'm gonna touch it up with my brush, and then I can blend it later. After the paint got tacky, I did one last final coat over the bumper, lower bumper, and then I'm gonna put a coat of clear over that. Now there's one other thing today I want to fix on this car that's really been bugging me, and it's on the inside. So if you look, the headliner is starting to sag because of the glue. It's actually not just sagging, it's actually not sagging at all. It's falling out up front. This is actually a pretty easy fix, and I'm going to teach you how. This is a headliner and fabric adhesive. It's actually just a spray-on glue. You can see it sprays out like this. It makes a mess and gets on everything, so be really, really careful when spraying this on things, but spray this on the headliner itself, on the roof itself, and then roll the headliner onto the glue, and then you're done. Now, if your hands are dirty, you're gonna get your headliner dirty because everything's gonna stick to it. So you have to be careful, wash your hands first. I like to use the back side of my hands for a lot of things because you don't get fingerprints. If you think about how filthy your hands actually get from touching stuff, you don't want to get that all over your car. So if I use the back of my hands, it tends to just make less of a mess. Here we go here. Not perfect, but it's pretty darn close to it. I'm gonna tuck it in on the sides, there and there. You can hear how crispy everything is. And I'll get rid of the extra glue there. And then you're done. We now have a non-sagging headliner, even though that line right there is gonna kind of drive me nuts. Now, I hate to use push pins, but I'm not gonna cut this headliner. I could cut a line right here and a line right here. I really don't want to cut a hole in the headliner. So for now, I'm just gonna use some push pins to keep these in place. Find the center. One pin should do it. Now, this is your choice. You can cut a spot and then glue it. Or my choice, push pins, just because I don't want to cut the headliner. And that's it. Headliner is up now. Prevent it from falling anymore and sagging more, so at least it's in place. Now, as much as I like these Tasmanian Devil floor mats that came with the car that have probably been in there since the 90s, I'm sad to say they have to go. Now you'll see these, even the floor mats are original and near perfect. So I'm just gonna vacuum them out one more time and show you how I take care of the original floor mats. I keep a roll of this in my shop and I put it in almost every single one of my cars. Now you gotta be careful because it sticks to everything, see? But the freaking carpet. And I'll just pat it onto the carpet and it just kind of protects everything. This is dealer matting, dealer carpeting, dealer plastic, dealer sticker, whatever you want to put, whatever you want to call it. But there you see, now it's on my carpet, so when my kids get in it, or when like guests or test drivers get in it, it just protects the floors for me. I want to show you something else while I'm down here. Take a look at these tracks, these seat tracks. There isn't an ounce of rust on these. Now, typically over time, these get rusty, especially in New England. And these are absolutely. This chair is clean, but if you look closely, there's just like years of hair. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at it. See, you don't think it's that bad until you scrape at it, and you can actually see how much. Okay, now I just pull this off, throw it outside of my car. So satisfying. Using the middle one's probably better. You don't realize how much is in here till you do this. Wow. And finished product. Wow, I love this thing. Look at. And now the paint should be dry on the front bumper. Let's check that out. Oh my goodness. That is a perfect match. We're gonna untape the fog lights and look at that finish. How good she looks after a fresh wash. It was detailed and looked this good, and then we let it sit. I still think I'm gonna clean those headlights a little bit more. Look at this front bumper. Wow, let's take it for a spin. All right, and I'm sorry to do it because I know the previous owner loved this thing, but this Beanie Baby, I can't keep it up there anymore, but I am gonna keep it with the car because it looks like it's been here since 1999. So it's been in this car as long as the owner owned it. So I'll keep it in the glove box for now. Let's go for a ride. I haven't been driving this car, so go enjoy it. Well, to start, I think I checked the AC. Let's see if the AC works, because it is flipping hot in here. It is sweltering outside and twice as hot inside this car. Yeah, we're good. We are good. We have air conditioning. That's a great sign. Now, yes, I wish this car was a standard transmission. That would be my ideal dream car. I would never even consider selling this thing if it was a manual transmission. And yes, we can 5-speed swap it. Do I want to? No. Do I have the time to? No. All right, let's turn the fan down so we can actually drive it. Now, there is a slight exhaust leak. We haven't. Oh my God, these cars are so fast. Wow, and even in an automatic. Now, the automatics are actually faster than the manual transmissions, so if people are looking to build these things for the track because they're all-wheel drive, you're actually getting a quicker car in an automatic than a manual transmission, but I'm not tracking this car. I want it as a toy. But maybe as an automatic I can have as a daily driver. This car is fun. Now I have to fix that exhaust leak. I forgot about that exhaust leak. It sounds like it's just a hairline crack somewhere in a connector. Now these cars used to handle pretty well too, but the big thing is the acceleration from 0. Because it's all-wheel drive, the thing just tears and goes. Now let's do a final walk around of this car and see what it actually looks like finished complete. Wow, I have to say Uber Reflections made my job easy today because a simple car wash brought this thing back to life. They did a paint correction, they did a polish. I mean, there is not even a single swirl mark in this sapphire red. Is that what it was? Sapphire red? I forget the name of it already, but I did announce it earlier. The car looks beautiful. Like you could put this in a magazine the way it is. Here's my favorite spot. Oh no, I didn't tape it off. This is my own fault. This looks amazing, but in there I got overspray. I'll have to touch that up. I didn't even think to cover that up, and I was painting in the shades. That's my own fault. I didn't notice that the paint was flaking here and here, so I'll have to do it over again. I can't live with that. That's why you don't paint in the dark. You need good lighting to do some paint work. I am going to clean the wheels up too. I still have to do that, but for the most part, like this spot came out okay. You can wet sand and polish that too to blend it in. The interior is absolutely spotless. And let's check under the hood. Oh geez, I thought I was done. I'm not done with this car. Who am I kidding? All right, back to the shop. I gotta do wheels. I gotta touch those spots up. I gotta clean under the engine. This is the second time I've done this. Come on, Craig, quality control. I should have known better. Let's go back to the shop, finish this car up. I have to say that 25-year-old AC is ice cold, so that is impressive. And just a cool feature about 90s cars is the vent in the door. Forgot about that. That's pretty neat. So I'm getting air conditioning blown at me from the front and from the side. Well, it's the next day. We're working on the Eagle Talon TSI. I'm gonna finish this thing. I'm gonna get it done right. I didn't spend enough attention to detail. We're gonna get this thing done the right way. But look at this. I mean, this is what I was saying. It looks done. This looks great. And so you put it in the sun or shine some light on it, and then you get to see what it really looks like. So I already painted in here. So that's flat black or satin black. But I know I've showed you this trick before. Instead of taping off everything again, I can take a front license plate, like those fake plastic front license plates, and I just jammed it in there. And now that'll use as a spray shield to keep everything protected. You can see I can just spray right there. Eagle Talon Day, and the bumper is finished, so you can see we have a nice gloss. I put our license plates in the back. I taped everything off. It is complete and done, which is awesome. On to the next step. These headlights, I think could be better. So I want to polish these headlights today, and I want to clean up these wheels. You can see the corrosion around here, and in here and around the lips. I just want this car to be as perfect as we can make it. So today we're going to clean up the wheels, we're going to do the headlights, and then we're going to try to fix the exhaust. And then also I have the paint. See, I have my boys at the shop helping me out today cleaning our Escalade. There's some touch-up spots, so since we are in the paint, we have the paint. I'm gonna touch up all the little areas, because like I said, I want this car to be as perfect as possible. You'll see I just have an angle grinder with a sanding disc on it. Wear safety glasses, but I'm just gonna show you real quick what I would do. And then we can hand sand it smooth, prime it, and paint it. Well, the Eagle Talon is complete. It is finished. I love this car so much. Now, if it was a manual transmission, I would absolutely keep it forever because, weird to say, this is my dream car. The weird thing, though, about it, you'll see the washer fluid light is on for being low. I, for the life of me, could not figure out where the washer fluid even goes. Does it maybe go in the hatch? I don't know. If you guys know where it goes, please tell me. We fixed the exhaust. The exhaust is quiet now, and this car is fun to drive. I mean, I want to say rips, but I've been in 500 plus horsepower cars. This car rips for a 1997 stock 4-cylinder. It is fun to drive. It's great on gas. And no one knows what it is. No one knows what the heck an Eagle Talon TSI is. And when they do, they appreciate it a ton. So she is done. I'm going blind with the sun in my eyes, but I did this intentionally because I want you to see this paint in the sun. It is finished. Now, I did do the wheels. We did all 4 wheels while they were off. We painted the calipers as well. We touched up any extra spots. You can see we did the calipers all around. The wheels are now spotless and clean. The tires have great tread on the Yokohamas. There were a couple spots that I touched up, like right here, which I don't know if you can see the right way. I could wet sand and polish that to make it look better. And there were a couple other spots that I had to touch up here, here, and here, which you can't see this way, but you can see when I go the paint when I pan around it. Now again, the wheels I'm pumped about. This is the one I was most excited for because I did not like the way that looked. That was an eyesore, and now it is no longer an eyesore. It looks great. The color match on this paint was perfect, which is odd out of a spray paint can. Now I did not end up doing the headlights because in certain lights, they look perfect. It looks great. Now in this light, I can see that it's a little foggy, so I think I will go ahead and restore the headlights just because I want them to be as perfect as can be. But when I pulled it out of the garage, they look so good. The lighting is just off in my garage, so it's hard to tell. Now there are a couple scratches and scrapes, like you can see, there's some small stuff, but this is original. I mean, this is an original 25-year-old car. Look at how that paint shines there. And then some of the weather stripping, like this is original trim. This is, you know, a little sun faded, but the roof paint on the roof and the paint on the spoiler is perfect. Going up the side, the 16-valve dual overhead cam turbo badging is great. It's not peeling off. The wheels again look good. There is some paint cracking right here. There's nothing I could do about that aside from like actually doing paint work, which I didn't want to do to an all original 97 car. Now here's the tail of the car, which is my favorite part. If you remember the Dodge Stealth RT, the spoiler was up against the windshield. That is kind of a Chrysler thing from the 90s. The Eclipse had the spoiler back here. The 3000 GT had the spoiler back here. The Eagle Talon TSI had it up here, and so did the Dodge Stealth RT. Now here are a couple more reasons that I really like this car. You'll see this is the original exhaust. That is amazing to me. I restored a 90 Eagle Talon TSI, and I tried to make it as new as possible, and I accidentally sold the exhaust. I wanted the original wheels, I want the original exhaust, I want the car to look all original like this one. Now my 90 Eagle Talon TSI is a restored 90 Talon TSI. Video to come, I'll show you the whole series soon. This one is an original Talon TSI, which to me is a lot cooler, minus the automatic transmission. Now here's some interior features that I absolutely love about this car. You'll see it came standard with a CD changer and cassette, automatic transmission with overdrive, cigarette lighter, never used. The AC is ice cold, has a rear wiper. Yes, the washer fluid light is still on. We have fuel gauge, we have a temperature gauge, we have an oil pressure gauge, and then a turbo gauge, and then a boost gauge on the side. Eagle Talon steering wheel, same as the Eclipse GSX. And then you'll see the headliner is all, and yes, we used 4 push pins, which I don't think is a terrible eyesore. I mean, it's not perfect, it's not stock, but that really doesn't bother me that much. Now going to the interior, fabric, perfect. We got all the extra little hair that was stuck to everything off. It doesn't smell like mothballs anymore. This car is really clean. Oh, I think I found my first interior flaw. Bummer. Gonna crack. Hey, I wonder if... No books. Too bad. But we do have the shift lock decal, which is still on here. That's really neat. And then the back seats still like near perfect. They look like they've never been sat in, which is probably true until I bought this and put my kids in the back. The thing, this is a weird, like rare, quirky car that not a lot of people know, but there's a pretty good cult following about it. I have no idea what this car is worth. If you guys know what this car is worth, please tell me in the comments section, because I have no clue. I couldn't really put a price tag on it. I mean, my budget, I love to own like $5,000 nice cars. My Prelude is nice. My Eagle Talon TSI is nice. My other Eagle Talon TSI I own for way too much. My Cadillac Escalade convertible, I own that thing for under $3,000, which is amazing. And then you get into my Corvette, which is a $100,000 car, and it really burns me to not use it. This car, for having short money into, with 74,000 miles being this clean, if I take it out a couple times a year, that makes me happy, and it doesn't tie up a lot of money. You have a car worth $100,000, or my Viper that literally hasn't been out of the garage this entire year, it's kind of a bummer to have it just sit and collect dust, and especially tie up that much money. All right, so that is it for this Eagle Talon series. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. This is the stuff I love doing. I love finding deals. I love going to buy cars. I love cleaning them. I hate fixing cars, but I love cleaning them and bringing them back to life. This is real stuff. This is stuff that everybody can afford and makes this job fun. I hope it was fun for you. If it was, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Adios.